Hi, and it's now the 4th of December. I'm sat here with Jonah. Ooh. Jonah, stop going lower. That's not easy. So there is Jonah and me. I'm currently between night shifts, so it's now, what time is it? 3:30 in the afternoon, and I've just got dressed and just about to get some breakfast, but quickly I just wanted to open my advent calendar today. So let me just go over to it. Are you making a second lunch? Okay, so number 4. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Speckles are amazing. So this one's called It All Comes Out in Moron, I think. I'm gonna have to look up that reference because I can't remember it. It all comes out in moron. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, too close. Wow. Love it. So now I can't wait to get to add that one on. On my blanket I am now, I think I'm definitely on the 3rd colour, but I won't show you at this point because I'll be filming again before this goes live, so I'll show you once I've done more progress and to save showing it you twice. So yeah, now I'm going to get some breakfast and then chill for a couple of hours before I have to go to work again. You doing it? You got your bow tie on today. I put it on, obviously. Yeah. I got my handmade socks. Jonah, don't touch the camera. Stop it. Yes, I got my handmade socks, which are nomadic yarns in the Molly Weasley colourway. So these are one of my favourite pairs of socks ever. Yeah. Hi everyone! So this is now December the 5th. This is post night shift me. So I may or may not make sense. We never know. But yeah, my advent calendar is telling me it's the 5th because I haven't opened it yet. So I'm gonna go with that. This is my first coffee for the day and it is 2:30. So I'm now on my days off. This is my first one and I finished my shift at 7 AM this morning. So I've had a couple of hours sleep and then got up and started the day. So I've had breakfast, or a version of breakfast, and got coffee, and I'm just about to open my advent calendar. So hang on, put this down. So here we go, number 5. I should have opened this beforehand. Oh, and I should say on each episode really, that my my advent calendar is from the Dandelion and Dogwood. Right, so. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It's getting blown out slightly, but this is such a Christmassy red. It's like so rich and deep. It is beautiful. It's showing up. Let me see if I can get the light to. No, now it's going orange. Oh dear. No. Ooh. It's so dark today that it's just so difficult to get the colours to actually look like they should. But yes. Oh yeah, the name of this one, Bad Girls Always Wear Red Nail Polish. There we go. I'll bring it over to the window and see if that helps. It's still looking a bit more pinky than it actually is. It's a very deep, like vintage Christmassy red, I would say. But yeah, I can't wait to add that to my advent calendar. Look how miserable it is today. It's just horrible. It's a perfect day for staying inside. Which, to be fair, is what I love to do the most, so I shouldn't really complain. Here's me again. Where's Jonah? Where's Jonah? Come here. Here he comes. Hey Jonah, how you doing? You a good boy? You've not got your bow tie on today, have you? So I can't really wear it every day. Hey. Oh, Jonah. Oh, Jonah. Jonah, Jonah, Jonah. So I thought I would try and wash some of my hand knit socks and just film a little bit of that while I'm doing it. So over to the sink. So now I've washed my socks and laid them all out on this towel, and in a minute I'm going to roll it all up and squish them to get as much of the water out as possible before hanging them up to dry. And I just thought I'd quickly run through what each of the pairs of socks are. So if I go from the bottom up, these aren't all of my socks, but they're the most worn ones. And to be honest, I can't really fit more in the sink to wash in one go, so this is the lot for today. So over here, these are, I've forgotten what the pattern is, but this is a DK yarn by, oh, who is it? Lollipop Guild Yarns, that one. And I think I got that in 2016, and these were my Christmas cast-on socks for then. And I think the pattern is by Orange Knits, I think, but I can't remember which one it is. It's similar to the Jelly Roll socks, but just in DK, and then it's got a little lace pattern on them. Then these are my Woodland Wanderer socks. This was the original sample, not the ones I've been knitting recently. So you can see the little tree motif there. And the yarn was from Chicago. It was a skein that Jimmy brought back for me when he went there on work a couple of years ago. These are special because this was my very first pair of socks that I ever knit, and it's the yarn is Nora George in the, I think it was the Gryffindor microstriping colourway, and you can see how worn they are just because I wear them so much. But they were my first pair of socks, and they're actually not the worst fitting pair that I've made, so Over here we've got my, this is no, not Jinx yarns. This is Nomadic yarns in the Molly Weasley colourway, and then I just did matching heels for those, just to, because I thought that was in keeping with the Weasleys. Then over here, this was the first pair of Holy socks that I did, which is my free sock pattern, and it's just got a little waffly pattern here and then some garter ridges, but I just sort of designed that pattern as just anything that was a pattern that was suitable for any variegated yarn, so it doesn't really overpower the yarn too much, or the yarn doesn't really overpower the pattern because it's just very simple. Dog hair. And then we've got my cottage garden socks, which is another one of my patterns, and that has this little lace motif that goes on the side of the sock, and then there's another lace panel on the back as well. And the yarn for that was Sweet Sparrow yarns. I think it was in the Fairy Ring colourway on a sock blank, and then the contrast yarn was Eden Cottage yarns in the, oh, what colourway was that one? Red Kite, I think. And then we have a very odd looking pair of socks. These are the Jonah mittens. I've just washed these because when I was filling up with fuel the other day, filling up my car, the pump leaked, and as I was wearing these, I got diesel over one of them, which I was really upset about. So I just thought I'd give them a soak. I gave them an extra long soak and extra rinse on these. So hopefully, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one that diesel was sort of all over here. So I'm just going to smell it. Yeah, it does not smell anywhere near as much as it did. So I might have to wash that one again at some point and just see how it's doing. But I was worried it was going to do something crazy to the yarn and, I don't know, change the colours somehow. I don't know, science stuff, so. But yeah, luckily they survived. They live another day. Then over here we've got my Jinx yarns socks, and these it's in a Rick and Morty themed colourway. It's the only skein of Jinx yarns that I've ever had and probably ever will have, because she doesn't dye anymore. But it was the C137 colourway one. Then over here, I think the pattern for these is the Speckled Space socks. I think it is. It's got that chevron pattern with the seed stitch, or does it seed stitch in it? I can't remember. There's like a textured pattern with chevrons as well. And the yarn I used for these is, I think it was Hey J yarn, and it was a skein that I actually won in a giveaway that she did, so that was really exciting. I really love how that knit up as well. Then I'm just gonna have to move myself over here. These are Twisted Limone. I can't remember what the colourway was for that, but you can't really go wrong with any of her colourways, so. Then, oh, what have I done here? Not laid this out very well. These are my rose hip socks. Oh gosh. And the yarn is Stranded Dye Works in the Sugar Plum colourway, and the contrast I think is Fondant Fibre in Jasmine Scented Evening. And over here I've got another pair of Holy socks that I did, because I did one pair toe up, that was the other one, and then these I did cuff down, so I wrote the pattern both ways for that. And the yarn is Junk Yarn it was a Star Wars themed colourway called Rey, R-E-Y, and this is the only yarn I've had from Junk Yarn actually, so I'll definitely need to get some more at some point because I absolutely loved it. and I really love wearing these. They're so sparkly. Don't know if it's showing up how sparkly they are. Hopefully you can see a bit of sparkle there. Then over here, these are my Volca socks, which is a pattern by Becky Sorensen. I think she's also known as Soprano Knits. And the yarn I used for this, I was so excited with how it knit up. It's Beehive yarns in the Take the A Train colourway. And then this colour, it came as a sock set. I think this one, the contrast is called Blackberry Lips. And I loved the contrast colour so much that I ordered a sweater's quantity in DK, which is living in my stash, waiting for the perfect pattern. But yeah, it's just such a gorgeous deep blackberry purple. And I just love how it contrasts with this colourway as well. They are one of my very favourite pairs of socks. And I really love the heel. That's Becky's own heel design, which I think is called the New Depths heel. And it's meant for, I think she designed it for people with quite a high instep in mind, and she does different sort of depths of instep depending on how big you need the heel to be. So yeah, really good pair of socks. I'm just gonna have to readjust myself. And then over here, these are the Acorn socks. So it's my most recent sock design. It's mostly a ribbed sock, and then you've got this little sort of lace motif pattern, which I think looks like acorns. So yeah, oh, and the yarn. Oh, the yarn. The yarn is a Mr. B's yarn in the Ephemera colourway. Just try and get an accurate representation. I think that's quite accurate. The light is not my friend today, so apologies. But yeah, I really, really love all of their yarn. And then finally, the last pair that I've got on here is a pair of Vintage Fairy Lights socks, which is a pattern by Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade. And I think, when did I knit these? I can't remember when I knit them, but the yarn I used, this is another of my very favourite pairs of socks, because I used a sock blank. I think it was just a one-of-a-kind sock blank by Stranded Dye Works, and I had in mind that I wanted both pairs of socks to end up as sort of a gradient going from no speckling at all through to crazy speckling on the actual foot, and I was so pleased with how I chopped and changed the sock blank to make that happen. I really, really love those. So now I'm going to squish them all and squeeze out the last of the water with the towel by rolling them up, and then I shall hang them all up. And we'll see if Jonah does his funny thing when I hang up the socks and tries to rub himself on them. It's really, really weird, so if he does that I'll try and get it on camera for you. But at the moment he's gone off to lie on the sofa because he's super lazy. Right, I'm going to hang them all up now. washing and hanging up all of my socks. Jonah decided he didn't want to do his weird rubbing himself on the socks thing today. I think it might be because the radiator's on, so he didn't really want to. Normally he like leans against the radiator and ends up doing like a rollover weird thing, but I think because the radiator's on, perhaps it was a bit too hot. He didn't really want to do it. So yeah, couldn't show you that, but he's still weird. He's now staring at me from the sofa. So I'm just going to go and edit the last couple of days, and then I'm going to be cracking on with my dust of snow, which I think I gave you a bit of a close-up of. So I've only just started the fourth colour last night. I haven't had a chance to do any knitting yet today, so I'm going to go and finish editing, and once this is uploading I can do some knitting. Okay, see you all again soon, bye!